I'm literally 21 years old, battling cancer. Who knows how long I'm going to be here for? You think I'm not going to get my body and my face right and do everything that I wanted to do?
What's good, guys? Today we're diving into something that's about to change everything you thought you knew about Bhad Babbie's situation. Because this tell-all interview isn't just about her health battle, it's about a pattern of industry manipulation that goes back years. And what I'm hearing from inside sources might explain why she kept her diagnosis private for so long. Listen, we all know about her complicated relationship with her mother, right? But what if I told you that multiple industry insiders, including former members of her management team, are suggesting there's a direct connection between her mom's controlling actions and why certain medical decisions were delayed?
Before I was famous, I was still not like everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
My name was always in someone's mouth. Someone always liked me. Someone always hated me.
Sources close to the situation are hinting that important treatment options were actually pushed back because of some seriously questionable choices. Think about this. Why did several of her former friends, including people who were with her daily during early 2024, suddenly stop all social media interaction right when she started treatment? And why did her former manager, who's been with her since she was 13, mysteriously step away right when she needed support the most? Now, I want to be clear. What I'm about to share comes from multiple verified sources, but we're connecting dots here.
Yeah, I love Nicki. It's just like I prefer Cardi more.
Right. What do you think it is about Cardi that you like more than Nicki?
Because it's newer. I grew up listening to Nicki, so it's something new.
This isn't random speculation. This is about putting together pieces that industry insiders have been whispering about for months. Remember when her former producer went on that cryptic Twitter rant about parents who profit from their kids' health struggles? At the time, nobody knew who he was talking about. But now, with what's come to light in this interview, those tweets are starting to make a lot more sense. Think about it. How many people do you know who've had to deal with major medical issues while also managing public drama and trying to be a new parent? The way Bhad Babbie's handling all this might surprise you.
Well, the sample is from a song that my mom used to listen to when she was a kid, so I thought it was a really cool beat to go with. And then the lyrics were just made to just, have fun. That's all it's about, is having fun.
Let's talk about something really serious that Bhad Babbie revealed in this interview, her cancer diagnosis. This isn't just another celebrity health update. This is a young mother fighting one of the toughest battles anyone can face. What's particularly striking is how she kept this private for so long. While everyone was focused on the drama and the music, she was quietly going through chemotherapy. Think about that. She was dealing with medical treatments while also trying to care for a newborn daughter. That's the kind of challenge that would break most people. The way she describes her medical journey shows incredible maturity. Instead of using this for attention or sympathy,
Me waiting at a restaurant for 2 hours for somebody, and then, yeah.
Okay, you're going to have to explain that story a little more. Go into detail. Why did you have to wait for 2 hours for someone?
I was supposed to meet with someone on my birthday, because when we went out for dinner.
she focused on getting better for her daughter. She talks about how the doctors discovered the issue, how they developed her treatment plan, and how she's responding to it all. But here's what's really powerful. She's using her platform to raise awareness about young people dealing with serious health issues. She's talking about the importance of early detection, about listening to your body when something feels wrong, and about not letting pride stop you from seeking help. The medical team's approach to her treatment had to be carefully balanced because of her being a new mother. They had to consider how the treatments would affect her ability to care for her daughter.
So I don't know my mom is a very narcissistic person. And narcissists, they like a crowd. Figuratively and literally, they like a crowd.
How to manage side effects, and how to maintain her strength through it all. Let's dive into how Bhad Babbie's handling motherhood, because this part of her story shows a completely different side of her. She's planning this incredible first birthday party for her daughter, and the way she talks about it just lights up her whole face. The party plans are actually pretty amazing. They're turning the entire venue into this magical Disney World experience. But what's really interesting is how she balances giving her daughter these special moments while still trying to keep things grounded. She mentions buying her daughter some designer items, but she's also really focused on creating genuine memories.
Because what other rap female artists are really on the Billboard?
What's particularly fascinating is her approach to parenting. She's got this team of nannies, but she's super involved in her daughter's day-to-day life. She talks about teaching her to walk, about their bedtime routines, about all these little moments that show she's really embracing being a mom. The way she describes her daughter's personality is so genuine. She lights up when talking about how her little one loves Barney, how she claps along to songs, how she's learning to do patty cake. These aren't just cute stories. They're glimpses into how this young mom is creating real bonds with her child. But she's also really honest about the challenges.
And it was, I'm on my way. And it was like, it didn't really ruin my birthday because we ended up going back to my house together, but it was like, I was like waiting 2 hours at the table for you.
She talks about dealing with postpartum depression, even with all the support she has, about the difficulty of balancing career and motherhood, about wanting to create a different kind of childhood than what she experienced. The relationship she's building with her daughter is clearly her priority. She wants to be the kind of mom her daughter can always talk to, always trust, always count on. That's pretty powerful considering some of the family challenges she's dealt with in her own life. Let's talk about something really complex, Bhad Babbie's relationship with her own mother. Because understanding this helps explain why she's so determined to be a different kind of parent to her daughter.
Because they feel like, well, I can't convince the people who really know me, so I can convince others of whatever narrative I want to play.
She opens up about how her mom's approach to parenting changed dramatically after she became famous. Before fame, there was barely any supervision or guidance. But after she got famous, suddenly there were all these rules, all these restrictions, all this control over her money and movements. That kind of inconsistency would confuse any young person. What's really telling is how she describes her mother's interactions with her friends and romantic relationships. There's this pattern of her mom getting involved in ways that seem more about control than protection. She talks about how her mother would actually attack her friends, not physically, but through manipulation and drama.
The girls that wanted to be friends with me in school, to get me to be around them, to get me to say something back to them.
The way she handles questions about her mom shows remarkable growth. Instead of just lashing out or being angry, she's trying to understand the behavior while also setting firm boundaries. She says she looks at her mom as an example of what not to do as a parent, which is pretty profound when you think about it. But here's what's really powerful. She's breaking the cycle. When she talks about her approach to motherhood, it's all about creating stability, trust, and open communication with her daughter. She wants her child to feel secure enough to come to her with problems, not scared to share things like she was with her own mom. The support system she's building around her daughter is intentionally different from what she experienced. She's careful about who she lets into their lives, how she manages relationships, and how she creates a stable environment for her child to grow up in. Let's dive deeper into how Bhad Babbie's handling her health challenges, because this part of her story really shows her strength. She's dealing with CMO leukemia, which affects her white blood cell count, and the way she approaches this battle is pretty remarkable. The medical treatment has forced her to make some really tough decisions. One of the hardest things she's had to accept is that she can't have more children while on her current medication. For a young mom who might want to expand her family in the future, that's a heavy reality to face. What's really interesting is how she balances treatment with her public life. She takes her medication every night, manages her health carefully, but doesn't let it define her. She's not using it for sympathy or attention, in fact. She kept it private for a long time, focusing on getting better rather than getting publicity. The way she talks about her medical team shows real maturity. She understands the importance of following their guidance, taking her medication consistently, and monitoring her condition. This isn't just about her anymore. It's about being healthy for her daughter. But she's also really honest about the emotional toll. Dealing with a serious health condition while being in the public eye, managing a career, and raising a child, that's a lot for anyone to handle. Yet she approaches it with this remarkable clarity and determination. The support system she's built around her health journey is particularly impressive. She's got medical professionals she trusts, family members who understand her needs, and a team that helps her maintain her schedule while prioritizing her health. Let's talk about how Bhad Babbie's approach to her career has completely transformed. Because what we're seeing now isn't just about music or fame, it's about building something sustainable while dealing with serious life challenges. The way she handles her business decisions now shows incredible growth. She's not just taking any opportunity that comes her way. She's carefully considering how each move affects her health, her daughter, and her long-term goals. That's the kind of strategic thinking you don't often see from someone so young. What's particularly interesting is how she's diversified her income streams. She's not putting all her eggs in one basket anymore. She's investing in real estate, looking at different business ventures, and thinking about generational wealth. This isn't just about making money, it's about creating security for her daughter's future. The music industry's response to her evolution has been fascinating. Some people still want to put her in that cash me outside box, but she's proven she's way more than that. She's showing that you can grow beyond your viral moment and build something real. Her approach to new projects is much more measured now. She talks about how being a mom and dealing with health issues has made her more selective about what she takes on. Every decision is weighed against how it will affect her daughter and her well-being. But what's really powerful is how she's using her platform. Instead of just chasing clout or drama, she's starting to speak about things that matter: health awareness, young motherhood, financial literacy. She's turning her experience into something that could help others. Let's dive into how Bhad Baby's whole perspective on life has changed. Because when you're dealing with health challenges while raising a child, it forces you to grow up pretty quickly. The way she talks about her priorities now is completely different from even a year ago. She's focused on creating stability, building genuine relationships, and making decisions that will benefit her daughter's future. It's a far cry from the image most people have of her. What's really fascinating is her approach to friendship now. She's become much more selective about who she lets into her inner circle. After everything she's been through with fake friends and industry relationships, she's learned to value loyalty and authenticity over clout and connections. Her relationship with her daughter's father shows maturity too. Despite any personal differences they might have, she makes sure to maintain a healthy co-parenting relationship. She understands that their child's well-being comes before any drama or disagreements. The way she handles public criticism has evolved significantly. Instead of reacting to every negative comment or trying to prove people wrong, she's focused on living her life and letting her actions speak for themselves. That's the kind of growth that comes from real-life experience. But what's really powerful is how she's using her own struggles to help others. Whether it's talking about health awareness, sharing her experiences with postpartum depression, or discussing the importance of financial independence, she's trying to turn her challenges into lessons that might benefit others. Let's talk about where Bhad Baby sees herself heading, because her plans for the future show just how much she's grown. This isn't about chasing fame or clout anymore. It's about building something meaningful and lasting. Her approach to financial planning is particularly impressive. She's thinking about long-term investments, education funds for her daughter, and creating wealth that will last generations. That's the kind of forward thinking you rarely see from someone her age. What's really interesting is how she's planning to balance her career with her health needs and family life. She's not trying to be everywhere or do everything anymore. Instead, she's focusing on quality projects that align with her values and allow her to maintain her health while being present for her daughter. The way she talks about her daughter's future shows incredible thoughtfulness. She wants to create opportunities for her child while also ensuring she grows up grounded and understanding the value of hard work. She's determined not to repeat the patterns she saw in her own childhood. Her vision for her business ventures is expanding too. She's looking at opportunities in children's entertainment, considering ways to use her platform for positive change, and exploring how she can make a real impact beyond just entertainment. But what's really powerful is her commitment to health advocacy. After her own experience with serious illness, she's starting to think about ways she can raise awareness and help other young people facing similar challenges. She understands that her platform gives her a unique opportunity to make a difference. Let's talk about how Bhad Baby's journey is actually changing the way the industry looks at young artists. Because her story isn't just about personal growth, it's about forcing the entertainment world to recognize the real challenges young performers face. The way she handles her business affairs now has made people take notice. She's not just accepting whatever deals come her way. She's carefully evaluating opportunities, reading contracts, and making sure everything aligns with her health needs and family priorities. That's creating a new standard for how young artists should approach their careers. What's particularly interesting is how the industry is responding to her openness about her health challenges. More conversations are starting about artist well-being, about the importance of balance, and about creating support systems for performers dealing with serious medical issues. Her approach to motherhood while maintaining a career has also sparked important discussions. She's showing that you can be successful without sacrificing time with your child, that it's possible to build an empire while still being present as a parent. That's pretty revolutionary in an industry that often expects artists to choose between family and fame. But the way she's handled her public image transformation is creating a new blueprint too. She's proving that artists can evolve beyond their initial claim to fame, that they can mature and grow while bringing their audience along with them. That's giving hope to other young performers who feel trapped by their early personas. But what's really powerful is how she's using her experience to advocate for change. She's speaking up about the need for better support systems, more understanding of health challenges, and more respect for artists who are also parents. That's the kind of advocacy that could make the industry better for the next generation. Listen, we need to wrap this up by talking about what Bhad Babbie's journey really means for young artists and anyone facing serious challenges while in the public eye. Because this isn't just about one person's story, it's about changing how we view success, health, and family in the entertainment industry. Think about everything we've covered, from her battle with CMO leukemia to becoming a mother, from rebuilding family relationships to creating a stable future for her daughter. This is someone who's faced more challenges by age 20 than most people deal with in a lifetime. And she's handling it all with remarkable strength and clarity. What's particularly important to understand is how she's using her platform now. Instead of just chasing fame or clout, she's focused on making real change. Whether it's raising awareness about health issues, showing a different way to approach motherhood in the industry, or creating new standards for how young artists should be treated. She's making an impact that goes beyond entertainment. The way she's handling her health challenges while building an empire and raising her daughter shows that success doesn't have to come at the cost of your well-being or family life. That's a message that needs to be heard, especially by young people trying to make it in this industry. Before we wrap this up, drop a comment below with your thoughts on this situation. How do you think the industry should change to better support young artists dealing with health challenges? What can we learn from how Bhad Babbie's handling her journey? If you're finding these deep dives valuable, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're going to keep exploring these important stories because understanding them helps us all grow and learn. Remember, sometimes the biggest success stories aren't about fame or money. They're about overcoming challenges, growing as a person, and using your experience to help others.